So before it is too late, before everything gets destroyed, I would call upon all the peace-loving, all the people who believe in Islam, who believe in the Lord, who believe in the Almighty, to come and unite on one ground, that we are united against all sorts of unlawful injustice and everything that prevails in the name of religion. We are united on one ground, that we will obey no one but Allah. The sovereignty of the Lord will only prevail and no one else. If we can do that, then we will become a superpower in a short span of time, and there will be no force on the face of this earth to come and confront us. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear audience, my salams and greetings to all of you. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to show my gratitude to the Almighty for allowing us to get together here in this occasion. My durud and salam goes out to the last messenger of Allah, Huzur Pak Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. My salams to the founder, leader of Hezbut Tawheed, Imam Zaman, the leader of the time, Janab Muhammad Rufaidah Panni. I extend my salams to our honorable leader, who is tirelessly trying to uphold the true facet of Islam before the entire mankind. The history of humanity. The history of humanity has progressed through various phases, through various sections, to reach the current era. We have seen the prehistoric, historic, ancient, modern, and postmodern eras. In Greek philosophy, it is often termed to as the Silver Age, the Diamond Age, whereas in Mahabharata, we can see that it is mentioned as the Satya Yuga. Regardless of the interpretations of the eras, the human conduct, character, and emotions of human beings remain unchanged. Only the surrounding environment and activities influence human needs. There is no change in the human sufferings, pains, and emotions. Allah has created human beings in a very remarkable way. Presently, a life system, or we can say a code of life, has become imperative for this mankind, which can give them peace. Various types of doctrines, system of life, we can say the code of lives have been implemented and practiced, such as democracy, which is already prevailing in this country. However, we have been proposing, and we will keep on proposing, that the only way of salvation, the only system of life that can bring in peace, equality, security, tranquility to mankind is the one guided by Allah, His laws and His principles. However, it is very easy for us to say that if we apply that code of life in this country, we can avail peace. It is very easy for us to say, because in the context of Bangladesh, we can see that majority of the people are believers. They have the faith in the Almighty. Even if they hail from different religions or castes, such as Hinduism, Christianity, and so forth, they have the faith in the Creator, in the Almighty. Apart from the Muslims, as we can say, I'm talking about the other religions apart from Islam, who hold faith in the Almighty. As we know, our society is a believing society. In opposed to that, the Western society is not the same. The people of the Western society, they don't have the faith in the Almighty. Therefore, suggesting, proposing, or holding up a code of life or a system of life, or prescribing way of life for them, it is not easy, because the people or the civilization that has been established in that part of the world, or as we can say that the people of that civilization, they don't have faith in the Almighty. They do not believe in the world hereafter. They do not believe that a system or a code of life can prevail that can annihilate all sorts of injustice, crimes, terrorism, communalism, and provide peace, equality, security, tranquility for the mankind. So it is not very easy for them to understand, and neither very easy for us to propose it to them either. However, proposing such a system of life guided by Allah, ever since we have been proposing this system of life or code of life, we have been facing various complications, especially in the event of global activities which are carried out in the name of religion. These actions can be referred to as those which are widely practiced worldwide, and which we can see, we know, we are aware of, are termed as illogical activities. Primarily acts of extremisms. As we all know, act of extremism has been intentionally perpetrated in the name of the religion. Additionally, our civilization's birth, which occurred in the Middle Ages of Europe after the failure of Christianity, the presentation, what happened to this was, this has negatively impacted Islam in our era. Therefore, it has become very difficult for us to make them understand. Not only that, despite that, it has become our responsibility to uphold the fact that the representation of the religion is not in line with that of the last messenger of Allah's. While attempting to do so, we are facing clash between old and genuine beliefs. When we are considering natural beliefs, we find a conflict between ancient concepts and the actual concept. This conflict is everlasting, this conflict is eternal. It is because whenever a new idea or an ideology or a proposal is placed before a society, it is very accepted. It is very accepted, and it is understood that it will be opposed and it will have conflicts. For instance, common belief prevailing in the Muslim community is that women should not go out of their house. Women should stay behind the curtains. Even if they have to go for any kind of emergency, they have to wrap themselves up, they have to pack themselves, they have to cover themselves in such a manner with a black cloth that they cannot be recognized. Not only that, women have been told to stay behind the curtain and speak at such a low voice so that her voice cannot be heard by another man. So what happens is, it is believed and it is practiced that the more a woman can cover herself with clothing, the more pious she is considered to be. This practice has led to the emergence of the concept of a parda observing woman. Such practice has increased to an extent that it has initiated various kinds of discussions. For example, a highly educated, professionally successful doctor or an engineer's wife, she may be accustomed or she may be used to observing parda in this manner at her house. The term for a woman who can cover herself with most clothing and pack herself up is called Mutaki. It is as per their understanding. This practice has grown so much so that it has become the defining characteristic of a parda observing woman, generations after generations. However, when we critically analyze it, we realize that it is not education, but a lack of contribution to resolving injustice, unrest, bloodshed, and the voiceless cry for humanity that defines the true piety. This is not education. When we assert that not only men, women have equal responsibilities to play part in the society, they have equal responsibility assigned by the Lord to struggle and to fight in the way of Allah, to fight in the way of the Lord, to establish, implement the code of life. When we say this, when we propose this to our people, and our speech or our ideology is always supported by Quranic verses and documents, we are facing oppositions. We are facing condemnations. It is because the leadership of this conflict is being led by the adherents of the distorted religion. Because if the old belief is broken, the position will be shattered. Indeed, it is a very difficult task for us. It has become very difficult for us to initiate, to give rise to the true revolution against all odds. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, as you all may know that my father, the founder, leader of Hezbut Tawheed movement, Imam-uz-Zaman, the leader of the time, Janab Muhammad Bayazid Khan Panni, was elected as the Member of Parliament in 1963 from Bashail, Tangail. He defeated 6 opposition candidates and he became the Member of the Parliament in Pakistan regime. The contributions of the Panni family, be it in economic sense, education, cultural, and many others, their contribution has always been there. As a daughter of that family, it is very natural for me to be automatically inclined towards politics. As a matter of fact, I have been told, I have been suggested, I have even received proposals to join politics. And I firmly believe that, although not like many others, I possess familial background, connections, education, qualifications to be elected as the Member of Parliament from the People's Republic of Bangladesh. But it is said that politics should be done in the welfare of people, in the welfare of humankind. Then why did I not choose politics? Why did I not take up that line? I want to clearly state that I firmly believe that the ongoing political corruption under the disguise of democracy, it is very apparent, it is very clear that under the pretext of democracy, people will never get freedom, people will never get justice, people will never get security. Not only that, true freedom will never be achieved. However, yes, maybe some people will benefit from it. They will gain economically, they will have financial benefits, and from as well as they will have influence. They will gather influence from political activities. But that is not all. If politics is not carried out in the welfare of people, in the welfare of mankind, there is no point in being a part of that politics. That is what I believe. However, if we just glance through the newspapers of the past few days, we can very well see that the wealth of few political leaders have increased dramatically through diverse political activities. Consequently, I also assert that in the current context, politics only serves as a tool of economic gain and influence peddling. It is no longer a means or a tool to attain human freedom. So that is not the way that we will adapt, because the founder of this movement, Imam-uz-Zaman, when he established this movement, when he constituted the policy, when he did the policy making, one of the policies that he has made eternal for Hezbut Tawheed is that we can never take part or we can never participate in this political system. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all are adults, we know what is going on around the world, what is happening in our country. We know that the government has a loan of $100 billion US. And this loan, it's not going to get less. With each day, the burden of this loan is going to get bigger and bigger, because this world runs in a system which is the global village. And we are citizens of this global village. We are not any different part. We are not alienated from it. If we talk about Bangladesh market, as we all know, it is a very recent thing that the price of onions, how did it go up? Why is the price so soaring? It is because by the policy adapted and implemented by a neighboring country of ours, which is India. Even if the price goes up to 500 taka, even if we have to pay 500 taka to buy 1 kg of onions, it is not going to hamper them. They will not be at all bothered, because they are not accountable to see what is happening at our end of this country. They are concerned, they are entitled, they are accountable to serve only their part of the country, only to the people of their country. So they don't really care what is going on. And this is exactly what happens in a nation state. This is exactly the concept of national state. The characteristic of a national state is that one state dies and another emerges. To eliminate this justice, this inequality, the world needs to think about an ideal. The world needs to sit and think about an ideology which can truly free them from all kinds of sufferings. Without ideals, people cannot survive, societies cannot change, and the world cannot advance. The world is currently moving towards an idealless crisis. The previous socialism and democracy no longer exist. Now a hegemonic arms trader controls the entire world. Therefore, in the future, if any state truly wants to survive, they have to be united with other states. Without unity, no one will survive in this world. After that comes discipline, and then comes universal compliance. The migration and struggle are the latter parts of the five operandi. This struggle must be selfless. If one can establish justice through this struggle, then ultimately human freedom will be achieved and people will regain their fundamental rights. This is exactly what the last messenger of Allah did. His life of struggles has been lost. The method he used was from the Quran. As we all know, the word Quran comes from the word qara, means recite. Recite more and more so that it does not get faded, it does not get lost. Today, I would urge all those peace-loving, freedom-loving, equality-loving people to come and unite on one ground. It is the decision of the Almighty that the call of unity has been given from this part of the world, from Bangladesh. A call from Bangladesh, a call for unity has come from Bangladesh, and it is the decision of the Almighty. It has been proven in Palestine that, as we are witnessing, that the horrific genocide that is going on in Palestine, the Arab countries have been able to do nothing, absolutely nothing, because they are not united. Trust me, not only in Palestine, if the Muslims of this region fall under annihilation, if they fall under annihilation, the remaining Muslim population will do nothing other than sit and witness the horrific genocide before their eyes. So before it is too late, before everything gets destroyed, I would call upon all the peace-loving, all the people who believe in Islam, who believe in the Lord, who believe in the Almighty, to come and unite on one ground, that we are united against all sorts of unlawful injustice and everything that prevails in the name of religion. We are united on one ground, that we will obey no one but Allah. The sovereignty of the Lord will only prevail and no one else. If we can do that, then we will become a superpower in a short span of time, and there will be no force on the face of this earth to come and confront us. So I would sign off now by pledging, by requesting all the world, all the countries out there, all the people out there who really want to survive with peace and tranquility, to come and unite with Hezbut Tawheed. Because the call of Hezbut Tawheed is the call of the truth. The call of Hezbut Tawheed is the call of the salvation. The call of the Hezbut Tawheed is to unite the entire mankind on one ground. And the declaration would be, we would obey no one except Allah. And if we can do that, we will survive. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.